What is up, my friends? So in the spirit of Halloween, as I said, and with the other two videos already covered, we're talking a lot of horror movies. We're explaining a lot of endings. So one of those endings is Malevolent. Now, Malevolent is a film that pretty much is saying, I'm a scammer, but I'm actually psychic. Let me tell you what I mean. So this movie basically deals with a group of, well, a brother and sister who actually go out and scam people saying they're psychic and whatnot and perform fake exorcisms, fake cleansings, and all of that. Turns out that they actually get one case where they go, and this is where they find out, wait, we're actually psychic. So this case pretty much deals with this lady who's saying that there's like some presence in her home and she wants it to be cleansed. But it turns out that this presence and this cleansing that she wants is actually because she actually helped orchestrate some murders in this orphanage of 3 little girls. And what ends up happening is that she finds out that these people aren't actually psychic. Well, in her eyes, they're not actually psychic and can't cleanse this house. But now they know about what actually went down. So she is out to kill them both. Well, all of them. And what we find out is that the son was the one to commit these murders. And one of the things that they would do is sew their mouth shuts of the victims. So they end up doing this to the brother's girlfriend, Beth. And then as they're trying to leave, when they find Beth and the brother and sister, so what ends up happening is as they're trying to leave, they actually have a car crash. Beth ultimately dies, and then Jackson is taken, and Mrs. Green is taking Angela, and Mrs. Green takes Angie, and she starts sewing her mouth shut, and ultimately killing Elliot. And then we see that the only way that she can be stopped is that she has to go and like call these girls. They ultimately do a scream, and Mrs. Green is taken aback by this, and then this is the opportunity for Angie to stab her, and then we see that Angie is at the hospital now. So what is going on now? So what we see at the end is Angie's grandmother, who is actually psychic as well, talking to her about her being alone now that Jackson's dead. Ultimately, pretty much we can assume he was killed by Mrs. Green's son. And then Angie's like, well, I'm not really alone, as we see a shadowy figure appear. And everybody's asking, who is the shadowy figure? And we can assume it's Jackson. We know that Jackson is a ghost because we saw Angie see Jackson as a ghost go look out for Beth. So we know that Jackson is a ghost now. And pretty much that is the end of the film. So I pretty much ran down that film really fast. Now, I did enjoy this film for the most part, but for some parts I wasn't really that in tune with it. I think it was just a little bit of a slow burn type of film. But when it picks up, it fucking picks up, let me tell you that. So definitely a film I definitely recommend you check out on Netflix if you just want a quick scare, especially on this Halloween season. But by the end of it, this is what pretty much you can come up with. Angie and Jackson were actually psychics. They actually came to this house to perform a scam, but actually found out that there was a deeper, darker secret here. Miss Green and her son had actually killed these children in this orphanage. They had been covered up by the press or whatever. They ultimately found out that they were scammers, but now they knew the truth, so they had to pretty much get rid of them. They tried to commit the murders on them, same way. Ultimately, Beth did die, Elliot as well, and Jackson. Angie was the sole survivor, but Jackson's ghost is still about, and he is looking for Beth, and he is protecting over Angie by the end of it. They killed Mrs. Green, and that's the end of it. So let me know what you think about this movie. Did you enjoy it? Did you not? What do you think about the ending? Any other horror movies you want me to check out before Halloween? We'll definitely do ending explains on them. But I have a couple of lists that I'm going to be doing as well, so make sure you subscribe for that. We're on the road to 6,000 subscribers. Let's get to that. And make sure you subscribe, comment, like, share, all that good stuff. I'll see you next time. Stay positive, my friends.